Hello, welcome back. Last time I did just 2 puzzles, because really hard puzzles are getting actually pretty hard. So as I've said before, it seems like each of these puzzle groups has its own difficulty curve, where the first puzzle in a group does not pick up directly from where the last one in the previous group left off. So I mean, the earlier ones were reasonably easy, but now it's getting to the point where it's a lot harder than anything else that's been in the game. Anyway, blast a blimp. Blow up the blimp with a missile. Okay, light that, blow that up. If I do nothing, bucket falls, blimp will turn around and do nothing of worth. Okay. Okay. Is this my only source of ignition? No, I have a laser. Now, how do these outlets work? Does this... Okay, I could plug in a laser there. I also have a laser detector outlet, so if I need to use that, then that one's not an option. Bucket also needs to be held out of the way, which it can easily be done with the rope. Okay. So my impression is that what it wants me to do is this, and this, and then nothing can light the match. So not that. Okay, so I can either fire the space gun or light the match, but I can't do both, because I only have one rope, I don't have a steel cable or anything. So if I were using the laser... Okay, so what do I have for rotation? Pinwheel. Okay. That's promising. So I think I am going to try and stick with this strategy. So this would mean... Let's see how far I can get doing this sort of thing. So that'll fire, that should be able to hit that somehow. This could bump that. Yeah, okay, can't I just simply do this and that? There's 2 of those for some reason. Do I need 2? Let's see what that does. Misses. If you aim better. Okay, if you aim better. So that's set up so that you'll get 2 of those. I guess you do need 2, in fact. Okay, well. Rotate pinwheel 2 different ways. That's not enough, or I misaimed or something. Okay, I just misaimed. Alright, that's done. Well, okay, there are still simple puzzles here. That's exactly the same except with a trapdoor to control timing. Got it. So one thing that I don't entirely like about the puzzles at this point in the game is how much misdirection they have in them. Like, look at all this. Maybe it is set up so that there's just multiple solutions I could do, but I'm not a fan of things that are there just to confuse. This wall has a seam in it. Okay. Pinball falls, blimps fly, bumps balloon around. Oh, right, what am I doing? Help Mel exit to the right side of the screen. Oh. Okay, so he's gonna have to ride a blimp, it seems. That's my impression, unless I can, like, launch him with a seesaw, but I don't think that launches that far. So you have to go here. So laundry basket definitely has to be lifted. He has to be bumped, which he will be by this. Alright, so in order to do some work, let's start here. That didn't work at all. Right, that's not what I'm trying to do. I need something attached to... Okay, so instead... Can a balloon lift a laundry basket? I doubt it. No, that's what I thought. So... How does that get lifted? Perhaps not by rope. Could a hot air balloon lift a laundry basket? I don't know. Could a blimp bump it out of the way if this balloon were popped? Does a laser pop a blimp? Okay, so there are many questions I don't know the answer to. Let's see first if a seesaw could flip a light switch. Then that'll give me the answer to my laser. Okay, so no, laser does not break blimp. That gets him moving. Is this eventually going to push that to the point where he can fall in this blimp and just ride it? It seems like it might, actually. This'll take a while. And I mean, this thing just leaves. This doesn't seem too good. Because I'd have to first wait for that to go for an extremely long time, which is way too long for this blimp to be, for example, timed so that he can just ride across it. Does a lava lamp do anything? It could light something, this, if the chain were pulled. Okay, now you can fall, and you go off the bottom. Okay, enough of that noise. So, I wish I could find out easily whether this has enough lift to lift a laundry basket. If this were... I can find that out easily. Let's see here. How's this gonna work? I think if I tie those together and then do that... But then I don't... Oh no, I have more rope. I have more rope. So I'll attach to you... And then that, and see what that does. A lower pulley would be better. So, like that or something. Well, if I actually aimed, that lifts the basket some. Yeah, that's enough. Balloon phase through there. Mel starts walking. Oh, hey. Well, this can work on its own. If this just turns around at the appropriate time. Okay, lava lamp is solid. Good to know. I thought it wasn't. Yeah, so now this just becomes a matter of timing. I almost have it. He might... Oh, hey. That's a problem. You get out of the way. Okay, got that out of the way. You're going to be too far to the right, right? And you're moving upward. Now, how well does Mel ride a blimp? Not well enough. Haven't I had him ride a blimp before, though? Like, I thought he could totally do that. Maybe he just needs to be on the back of it. Because, yeah, that happened in Schlemming in Dreamland, I think was the name of the puzzle. I need you not to turn around. So I think if you hit the back of it, then it won't turn around. You might also need to not do your long fall landing animation. Yeah, see, that's a problem. Okay, so... Well, there's a lot of stuff I can do here. For example, I could use a balloon to turn that around instead of the lava lamp, which lets it just behave better in general. Although you would need this kind of timing. Whoa. Like, I'm pretty sure this can work. He has ridden a blimp before. He moves faster, but he pushes it forward. There we go. I got it. Ah, that's silly. Okay, he exited the right side of the screen. Come on, puzzle. I solved you. What are you complaining about? That's the right side of the screen. What are you doing? Okay, well that happened, but why didn't it accept my solution? This is the right side of the screen. He exited. Why that not accepted? Huh. That's weird. Let me watch that again and see if I missed something. Help Mel exit the right side of the screen. The right side of the screen, right over here. He's on a blimp. He walks. He gets off the right side of the screen. Puzzle solved. Game, puzzle solved. Okay, so... Fine. Alright, so that revealed that this blimp being lit by this, or any blimp being lit by that match... could light the cannon, which would... Why would I care? See, now... My problem is my wind condition just is not working. Like, if I put this a little lower, will that somehow help? Let's see. Why would that wind condition not be working? And what could I do to fix it? He's on the front of the blimp now. Is that better? Okay, that one is accepted. Alright, I think I ran into a bug because that was exactly the same, just tweaked slightly. Or it's like maybe the victory zone only is this tall and he was slightly above it before, or something messy like that. Ew. I don't like the idea of that. Okay, so pinball moves those. That lights this blimp, which lights the cannon, which turns that on, and probably also bounces up and flips the switch. Okay, that was all accurate. That pulls, moves the laundry basket, and he rides this blimp. Okay, exact same solution. Kinda, just a little more elaborate. Alright, well, other than the game not accepting my solution, then that was fine, I guess. Pooling around. Sink one ball into each hole. Oh boy, another pool puzzle. Oh boy. Well, of course nothing will happen. There's no physics objects here. Okay, so I get one tennis ball. That's the only thing that can do this. One ball into each hole. That won't reach. So I might need something additional like that. One ball into each hole. There's multiple of these, so I could probably do something like that. Well, if I aimed a little differently. Oh, hey. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Alright. That missed. Okay, that's 2 and almost 3. Let's see, so if you were a little bit lower... That's 3. 4. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Then this could maybe... Let's see, I need to get this one and this one. Let me watch my tools again. You are playing a role. Let's see, the only ball that's not doing anything of worth is this one. So if I wanted to change that... I'm wondering if I can have... Well, that didn't work. Hang on. Trash this. I'm looking at the paths where these two almost intersect. And I'm just wondering if I can have the one hit the other one somehow. I don't get a lot of room to really set anything like that up, though. Okay, that spot... Yeah, it's close to working. Now, I don't know if shooting it that way is going to do anything. It'll probably just put it in the hole if I can pull it off. Okay, that's what I thought. Now, I can add balls to the... Right, I can add balls. I can add balls. Sure, since you're doing nothing, I can simply have you... shoot a ball here to do that. As a start. Now that limits my options for future actions. Maybe not so badly. Because, like, I could do this, and then maybe that could sink this one. I think this will be possible. If you were positioned a little differently... That didn't go in. Why didn't you go in? Okay, that one pixel made the difference. There we go. Right? Did I miss a hole? I didn't get this one anymore because I'm now blocking the 2 ball with this. Got it. Okay. That's fine. I can have the 3 do more things. So 3 will do that, and then that'll sink this one or so, right? I missed, but I can fix. Okay, this should be all I need. I have some inclines. I didn't use them. Come on now. Close, aim better. There we go. Okay. How would you do it? Oh, that's different. So tennis ball goes inside the thing. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, well, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do this. Wait a minute. That did not fulfill the goal. That sank 2 balls into this hole. I guess it's at least 1. Beam scream! Break the laser beam! Okay. Well, now... Okay. Done? That has to be green and then be red. Okay, I see. The red light turns on when it was green, but then isn't anymore. Okay. So it needs to have already done this, but then... Alright, so what's happening here? Balls fall. You bump dynamite, you do that. So it would be great if this were to fall and then something were to follow it. I need explosives for that. Okay, this would explode just fine. Okay, so I want to light this. With a laser, maybe? Alright. That sounds like a good start. I have anti-gravity, I have a pinball. Hey, give me that. Place. Plug. Hey, why did you bounce? Don't bounce like that. Maybe if you can miss the baseball but still hit the... Why is... Oh, now it's not plugged in. That's the problem. So baseball's in the way. Do I have a mirror? No. Could I make the pinball just not bounce quite that way? Like if it was way over here, and that doesn't hit it at all. Yeah, it's remarkably hard sometimes to keep a switch flipped, because things like to bounce back and unflip them. I realize this is not plugged in. Okay, so that's not really going where I need it to. Nobody's touching the mouse. I have an alligator. What would you do if I did this? Nothing particularly... Oh, hey! That starts the mouse moving. Alright, so I have rotational energy now. I can move something with a conveyor belt. Where to do what? Why? So hang on, tell me one more time what happens here. You bumped that. That's still obstructing the fuse. I don't like where that baseball is. I want this to work. In order for that to work, maybe anti-gravity could get the... Oh, hey, wait. Tennis ball. Could you perhaps go up here and flip that? You're going to be a lot bouncier than the pinball, though, so I don't think... maybe that'll work anyway? No. Maybe if I aimed better? I think the baseball's in the way. So this is as far right as I can move the laser. And that's not enough to light that. Okay. So... Am I allowed to place something that would Hey, I can. Maybe that would allow this to be switched but not switched back. Okay. Okay. That's a start. It's not complete, but maybe if I just stuck this in here, the explosion would... Hey. Explosion would perhaps not knock it too far out of the way and just work. There's another outlet there for some reason. Okay, there we go. Alright, how else could I have done that? Conveyor here instead. So mouse gets bumped by... Oh, that's for the fan. The pinball gets hit by the alligator and turns on the fan. Okay. Basketball bumps mouse. That does basically the same thing. Yeah, that's basically the same solution, just arranged slightly differently. And it makes this work with all the tennis ball bouncing. Okay, so basically the same solution. Alright. Basketball brainbuster. Hey, this is the third last puzzle, isn't it? Oh. Well, these went a bit quicker than I expected. Send the basketball off the top of the screen. Okay, you gotta go there. Alright. So first instinct is to do this and connect it to something that can rotate you. Let's see what happens first. That falls and explodes. Mouse does this. If this were to explode and I were to do one of these maybe, then that would work on its own. Okay. So... There's not a lot I can really act upon here. Oh wait, hang on. I can do this and that. And connect you, which should work, I think. Coffee pot, however, does not hit that, but if I did this instead... that should maybe work. You didn't pull. Of course you didn't, because you're too far down. How far down can I go? Not that far. Alright, so that's a problem. Could you directly affect the pinball and just skip this soccer ball business? There's some stuff in the way there, so I'm guessing that's specifically to prevent what I'm trying to do here. That doesn't reach, yeah, okay. So... how close can I put this coffee pot? I mean, there's not enough room there, definitely. So then it becomes a question of where I can put this matchstick that would work. Seems like there's no place. It absolutely has to be above this bucket the way this works. There's no pulleys. Let me start over. Show me one more time. This falls. That blows up, that happens. I'm thinking of silly solutions, like for example, coffee pot here, this here. Well, let's see how far that could get me. As a start. It does move it, but not far enough. So I have a pinwheel. Pinwheel can't do anything because I have no form of, you know, stuff. Wind. There's no wind here. Hang on. A coffee pot perhaps could drive a pinwheel. If a coffee pot can drive a pinwheel, then that still doesn't help. Because... what would I be using a conveyor belt for? Let's see if a coffee pot can drive a pinwheel. Here, just do that. It can indeed. Okay. Oh. Well, here we go. How's this? So is this another misdirection puzzle? So all you gotta do is do that and ignore everything else? Yeah, it sure is. Well, let me verify that. Yep, that's exactly what it's supposed to be. Okay, well that's silly. I think this would be a better game if it didn't do that quite so much. Okay, well... second last puzzle, kitty catcher. Put Curie Cat in the hole on the left, then trap her with a laundry basket. Okay. You go here, this goes there. In that order. You're tied up. So you don't do that. Okay, so move cat. How would I move? Okay, like the... I don't actually have a lot of tools here. Could a mouse... Yes, a mouse is heavier than a cat, in this case. Alright, and then... this can attach. Alright, so that takes care of the cat, right? Well, not exactly, that's the wrong way around, but gears can fix that. So that'll move the cat. Now, the thing is... Oh, is this going to work eventually? No. Well, that's awkward. Do I need a different gear ratio? Seems like that's the implication here. So if that drives a little harder... maybe it'll have enough force to move the cat up the hill. Yeah, it sure does. Okay. Meow. Okay, so... looks like you want one of these... Now, hang on. This is never... What's all this nonsense for? I see that there's a gear here. Okay, so a jack in the box could be a thing that would bump the shears, but why would the shears help me? They're in the wrong place completely. I need to get the bucket's rope into a place where it can be sheared and then snip it? Really? Are you sure about this? Okay, so this is a mouse that I placed. I would like it if you could run away from the cat. Okay, that worked, but it didn't do what I wanted. If you bump the cat... I want you to run into that mouse. That's what I'm trying to make happen here. How can I make that happen? What if you walked on the gear? You don't walk on the gear. What if I do that? Well, that won't work because... Okay, so this is not happening this way. So this seems like useful machinery. Is that all that I've placed so far? Just these? I placed that, which is not helping anything currently. Is there a mouse that's being activated? No. There isn't a mouse that's being activated that I'm not currently using. So all this business... It looks like it wants me to do this. However, nothing is affecting that currently. Maybe I need to use a jack-in-the-box to do something more, and then later use something else for this. Like, maybe this mouse connects to that. That mouse connects to a jack-in-the-box, which would... bump this mouse cage? I don't know. Let's see what that does. Hey, give me this. Give me this object. I want this object, but I'm not allowed to have it. Fine. Now I could just tap into this rotation and get an extra. I can do this. This makes more sense. So that lets me use this, which will move the basketball. But why would I want that? Also, it moves the wrong way. Okay, so lots of problems. Lots and lots of problems. Here, this doesn't need to... All this business doesn't need to be where it is. I did need the little gear for this, but this is useless. That's something I placed. Okay, so I can do this to do that much more simply. Then I get 2 gears for that. And that goes the correct way around, but why do I want this? That bumps that mouse, and then the gears can maybe do something? What can they do? Well, that didn't work because the gear's in the way now. Well, in the way of the mouse, actually. Okay, sure, so mouse, you stay there. In the way of the basketball, but that's yeah, it's not okay. Alright, mouse, you make friends with that cat, then run over... No, that's not what I want. Okay, that fits. But it's gonna get in the way of the cat now. No, it doesn't. Well, this is doing nothing useful. That did clip at some point. Okay, when it did that. See, the whole problem here is that there's no way I'm gonna get that rope where this is, so instead... maybe I need to be focusing on using this object on that. Now, that gives me the problem of basketball, but I mean, I can solve it that way, right? Like, isn't that all I need? Never mind the snips. Just get the bucket out of there so that the basket can go... I mean, that was about as effective as that's going to be, isn't it? If I position it like that... well, no, hang on. Maybe... let's see what that does. Okay, that might have been more effective. Yes, it was. Okay, there we go. Okay. Same thing, just with fewer excess gears. Wait, why did I have to do this business up here? I didn't. It's not fewer gears, you just move them down here. Right, because I didn't need that because this connected it. Right, okay. So, that's exactly what it is. Alright, cool. Okay, well, I guess that's all but the final puzzle. Let's just take a look at what it's going to look like. Contest champion. Congratulations to Richard and William Smith for creating the first prize puzzle in the TIM2 puzzle contest. Check out their work and see if you can help Mel get home. There's a lot of tools here. I guess I could save this for another day. There's also a few more things I can look at here, like, for example, the head-to-head puzzles. Wait, is this what... Tell me about these. Whoa. Yeah, there's a bunch in here. I'll at least give these a try and see if I can play them by my own. I'm not actually sure if that makes any sense. Oh, and someone I know has also made a pack of puzzles for this game, so I might take a look at those. Anyway, so next time, final really hard puzzle, contest winner, and then some other random stuff, I guess. I'll see you then.